All right, so the votes are in, and we've got everything tallied. I'm trying to make sure that you can hear me. Basically, we have gone through it. It's going to be a pale elf from the Winter Archipelago. That was basically what it came down to. I had a couple other people that I spoke to that sent me private messages as compared to responded to the video, which I much would have preferred that they responded to the video because, you know, reach. Now all that aside, I'm trying to adjust my mic here. I want to make sure that it gets picked up. Now that all aside, I have to run it at 1440 by 900. I'm going to apologize to you about that right the fuck now. The reason that I have to do that is, of course, I really hope that this is recording right now because it seems to be frozen. Okay, it's good. The reason that it's at 1440 by 900 is because that is my monitor's viewing range, and there's not a lot of screen real estate unless you're at 1960 by 1080 or higher, and I do not have a 1080p monitor at this time, which is something I want to correct, but I don't have any money. If anyone wants to buy me one, go ahead. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. So let's see. We're going to be a rogue from Crippling Strike. What was it? It was 14, 12, 17, 13, 9. Wipe the Wens. And we are a drifter. And the background is going to fill itself. Believe me, it does. Gunmetal gray. I like gunmetal gray. That's good. Let's go with white hair color. Some big hair right there. Oh, if it weren't so anime, I'd like it. Let's go with that. That one's perfect.
Well?
Name is Lillith. Now I'm going to try to break this into about 40-minute episodes. I love the artwork, and the cinematics are fantastic. The caravan master finishes addressing the group. His bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quiver as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods towards a looming black mass on the hillside. Just as an aside, this is going to be a lot of reading.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry, about the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water.
Basically, it gives me the shit, not the berry, the bug.
I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Where would I find berries?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one. Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's night sleeping on uneven ground without a blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time. She needs to find some springberries. Watch that she doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the
As
man.
you
Let's get
wish.
going before you keel over.
Okay. Let's pop open our inventory. Oh my god. Some of those I'm going to want to read. I don't care about the time pig. That'll be useful. Throw you in a click swat. Blah, blah, blah. Neutral or friendly. Oh, I gotta go back here. My armor's better than that, though.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
You see a man wearing a simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a rugged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with an uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need?
I just need to know what you got. He doesn't have anything I want to buy. Exploration is key. So let's take a look around. Ingredients go right to the stash. That needs to be taller. This path winds through a narrow canyon. Back the
We
way you
shouldn't
came.
stray too far.
Something about grooves in the road mark the passage of caravan.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Okay, so I have it set to pause when combat starts.
What you
I
need?
want you to knock the wolf down.
What is it? I'll take care of it. No prisoners!
Grab the pelt.
What is it? This is it.
There's the springberry. You're kind of a mystery to the rest of the caravan, just some kind of wanderer the way I hear it. You have to be when people are looking for you. Yeah, how is it you happen to come about here? They think I took something that belongs to them, something they're pretty intent on getting back. It's a damnable run of luck. Maybe the new setting will turn things around for you. Kalisha breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Riedrich's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You have to here to settle like the rest of the lot? I'm just passing through. That's usually the case with the big city just a little ways further up the same road. Where are you headed? I'll probably wander around for a while. Nah, somewhere I can make money. Woman after my own heart. May your luck be better than mine. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Odima will give me an earful. We better get back to camp. Let's do it. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath to see that Sparfle's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, and when he feels like it, we should check on him first, slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's go get you your water. So, one of the things... That was horrible. One of the things that you're going to find as we're going through this is that something happens somewhere. You know what? I should be scouting.
Blade in the dark.
If you're scouting, you can find stuff. I was going to say something and I don't remember what it was, so I just kind of stopped like a weirdo.
Hmm?
You go back that way.
Yes.
You go that way.
Of course. So much for you.
You scored a crit.
I'll take care of it.
I interrupted the deer by murdering it in the face. Well, that's not good. Travelers, maybe, or looters, or bandits. Bad sign any way you look at it. The corpse is cold to the touch, and a ripe smell wafts from its putrid waves. A dark crusted blood stain besmirches its simple linen clothing. Ooh, leather armor. That's better than what I got, isn't it? Sure is. Looks better, too. We've already been through this area. No reason to keep sneaking around.
A blade in the dark. What a surprise. Sparfle went hunting. At least he left the water skins. This is recent. Not good.
Isn't good at all.
I see something.
Hey, look at that. Let's take the beer. What's this here? Ooh. Footprints around the campfire are indistinct and may have been here for days. Or longer. Get closer, see if we can find anything. Nope. Alright, let's pick that up. You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Kalisha waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look sharply towards the tree line. Out of the trees emerges Sparfle, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness about his gait, a spastic wobble in his ordinarily deft strides as he moves towards you with a labored breath. Kalisha frowns.
Are you all right?
Sparfle's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag.
Ambush!
Alright.
Yes.
I want to try out my new gun. You knock this motherfucker down and whoop his ass.
Well...
Oh shit, that hurts like a mother bitch. It also takes forever to reload. Why don't you go knock him down too? Knock him down. Or just murder him.
What is it? Come on, we have to get back to camp.
And now you'll see my health, my endurance will refill, but the health doesn't. So the health only refills when you camp.
As you wish.
And so it takes that part. Oops,
They won't
let's
see me coming.
If we're sneaking, we might be able to get the drop on them. Not that I know that there's more people here. I know that there's more people here. All right. So what I want
Well?
to do is I want to shoot this.
Kill them all! What you need?
Knock that guy down.
Yes.
You to switch weapons and go this way.
Shit. As you wish. Well.
Hobble him.
Hmm?
Knock him down. I said hobble him.
Yes.
Alright, now what I want to do, first of all, the cat needs to get off the keyboard. Now what I want to do is I want to equip these for Lillith because, frankly, dual weapons are awesome. As you can see, I'm dumping a bunch of shit into the stash.
A blade in the dark.
Oh my god. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy on the blood-damp earth. Kalisha puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away the horror like a poisonous viper. A handful of dark figures stands just above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from split logs as they prepare to add you to the sprawling pile beneath them. One, towering and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Heodin, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. So now, there are options here that are based on what my stats are and that give you reputation of some sort. I do not have that turned on. I have those both turned off so that you can't know. I don't know what they did, but I didn't have anything to do with it. Ignorance is no absolution. I've seen your group's purpose. You are trespassers and plunderers all, and we will see to this outrage avenged. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them. They mean to kill us all. Your courage is a mask. None of you is... your courage is a mask. None of you has yet slain a true warrior. The man's brow creases, questioning. We have killed many trespassers like you. Your kills are sloppy. The wounds on these people are inefficient and off target. This is the work of untested men accustomed to carelessness. The man bares his teeth. He looks at Heodin, helpless, his eyes shut tightly for the killing blow. The man spits. We'll see whose courage is a mask. He shoves Heodin towards you. As he does so, the man rakes his blade across Heodin's torso. Heodin screams and stumbles forward, a wide gash in his clothing beginning to bloom crimson. The man sets his feet to engage you, his axe held raised high.
Well...
Okay, so first order of business, let's shoot somebody. Let's shoot that guy.
What you need?
You, run up here. You,
How can I help?
Run back here. Okay.
What you need?
New rule. Kill that guy. Alright, now that you've shot somebody, go cripple this dude. Okay, cripple that dude. Well, that was quick. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to raise. His companions now silent among the other dead. His breathing comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs in the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good. Good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin like a jetty beginning to succumb to the scourge of a great wave, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rending you apart from within. Seated against a wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom slashed across the chest and bowel, Dima's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head. His eyes barely open. He looks directly at you. I almost called him Obama.
Get inside! Run!
That's scary. Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up to the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself onto the ledge. Theoden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers who had been feigning death lunges for Theoden and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Theoden lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you, despite the wind. From your position, if you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance at hitting your mark. I'll throw a rock at him. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Theoden loose. Lurching to his feet, he clambers up the base of the rocks, but as he nears the top, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning, whatever, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Theoden to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There is a deep resonance in the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall under its own weight.
Was that?
A Bewick. Had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside. Can you walk?
Theoden's jaw tightens. He nods.
What is it?
They'll never know I'm here.
A lower level of the ruins has been blocked off by fallen rubble.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
What happened out there? Windstorm, of a kind that they only get in Ire Glonfoth. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glonfothan word is Bewick. To them, it's the god's way of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out, but they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours? Well, let's just get going. Theoden slumps forward and his knees buckle. And before anyone can catch him, he stumbles to the ground, his cheeks striking the time-worn cobbles. On unsteady legs, he claws his way up the wall and back to his feet, but his stance is shaky, like a sailor walking on land after a time at sea.
Could we maybe stay here and rest a few hours? I've lost some blood. It seems quiet off to the left. Might be a place to rest there.
I hate to say this, but we can't afford to stay put. Those Glonfothans were riled about something. Could be we got company in here. Looters will be armed and ready to kill, and there's probably a lot of them. We can't be caught sleeping in their beds.
Please, I just need to lie down for a while. Then we can move as fast as you want.
Maybe you didn't hear me. We are gonna die in here if we don't get moving and get this place figured out before the looters come back. We've either gotta find the exit or a damn good place to hide.
Kalish is right. We gotta press on. We don't know what's in here.
I'll do my best.
Keeping an eye out.
You gotta get a grip, buddy.
Wonder who was here. See if they left anything useful behind.
there's anything else in here. Let's get up to here. We're gonna sneak our way through this whole place because when you're sneaking like that, you'll find hidden shit. So we want to be scouting as much as possible whenever we're moving around. Trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Zaurip. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. It's okay, I'm not going to hurt you. It recoils, fingers still wrapped tightly around its spear. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. The creature sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. The creature cocks its head and approaches you. Sniffs around you. Fuck you, I'm going to kill you. Lunges, raising its spear. Everybody, kill it.
Stay quiet.
Anything in here? Yes. More lockpicks. I like lockpicks. I'm a fan of lockpicks. Hey, there's a dead guy.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Hear what? This small folio is torn in several pieces and blood has soaked into several of the sheets. One later entry is still legible, however. I can't believe my luck. A few good rounds of dice and I've got my hands on a genuine Ingwithon artifact. The fellow who's had it said it was pretty nothing as far as he's concerned. He's not willing to go digging in some ruins. But if he's right about this gem leading to a hidden treasure, then it's worth sneaking around past a few painted elves. I'll head to Kalant Liss in the morning, and that's just a matter of finding this relief that he was talking about. It's over this way.
Look at the tiles. What are those symbols?
I don't know, but I don't feel like I want to deal with them.
Those symbols. Just like the tiles.
Oh, hey, we can light it. Might as well light them all as we go through.
Keeping an eye out. I'll take care of it.
Well, I will take care of it. Oh, a mural of people lighting braziers. That answered that question. Just beat the shit out of these.
So much for you.
Shh.
Where'd that slime come from?
Viscous and oily, this muck clings to anything it touches. A viscous slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath, but you can't tell what. Well, let's wash it off. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has been chipped away in some places, but the details of his head, from the tight curls of hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase a remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty. A gem fills the other. Well, I've got a gem. Excuse me. The chamber begins to rumble, stray rock dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way. Everybody kill it. Haha, you missed.
quiet.
What's this do? Minor cloak of protection. Fortitude, reflex, and will saves. I'll take that.
There's something ahead.
What? Where? Oh, the door. One of the best things about this game, bam, fast move mode.
I see.
Found something, found something.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be the case. Now back here, she heard something. Oh, that's what she heard.
Well,
Shoot it. Think you could do that before?
what you need?
Hmm?
What is it?
How can I help?
Murder that fucking thing.
Well, yes. I'll take care of it.
Hey,
That looks weak. Could be a shortcut.
hey. Another hatchet. A crack runs along the wall from the floor to the ceiling. A light gust of air pushes through it. Push on the wall. Despite it, looks heavy. Push the wall with all your might, but it doesn't give. Oh, I just made fatigued myself. Let's use the hammer and chisel. You set out to work. The cracks lengthen and widen with your efforts, but the process is more taxing than you'd expect. Sweat beads on your forehead and your muscles begin to ache. Keep going. After several long moments, you begin to see light on the other side. With one final tap, several blocks of stone shift, then tumble loose, clearing a gap wide enough to pass. Now, what does fatigue do? Critical fatigue. Minus 15 to all defenses, minus 30 accuracy, times 0.5 maximum endurance. Yeesh.
They'll never know I'm here. I could scout ahead, see what's around the corner.
Well, there's one right there.
Hmm?
There's another one.
What is it? Bring
Shoot
them
it.
down. What you need?
What does that mean? Why don't you knock him down?
Hmm?
Why don't you go this way?
Yes.
Switch weapons.
Curse your eyes! As you wish. What you need?
Said knock him the fuck down.
How can I help?
You, I want you to blind him.
Well, curse your eyes! Yes.
He whooped my ass pretty good.
Of course.
Let's see here. What do we got?
Feels like there's a draft coming through that wall. I don't hear any sign of that storm either.
Alright, let's kill these.
Curse your eyes! No prisoners!
She's wigging the fuck out.
Stay quiet.
Where does this go? Oh, this goes back to the symbols. See what we've got in here. He is fucked up.
No prison!
Start with a little one. Ow, that thing fucked me up
What is it?
hardcore. Cripple it.
Hmm?
You swing over here.
Yes.
Heal.
Still alive? I need something sharper. I'll take care of it.
Spider leg. Oh wow, I never would have seen that. Rapier and a bloodstone.
Be quiet.
Alright, and then once we step outside here and make our first few steps, we're going to break the video and start another one. What the fuck? Four figures stand silhouetted before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled Adra and metallic veins, inscrutable and ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon what on it and what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The face of one of the figures is distantly visible, framed by long tendrils of oily gray hair, tinged dark at the ends, and a thick beard that seems to obscure all traces of emotion. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and his head is crowned with a strange black headdress with two protrusions jutting out, one on either side like wings of some profane and malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then all at once it erupts with concussive surge. Light floods your vision and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land, and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black, unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with Adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of Adra pierces the floor from below like a ragged spike, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined, the work, perhaps, of a prodigious but fevered mind. Your thoughts are yours, and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions. Pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered, or... At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick gray beard and a ceremonial robe, his oily hair tucked beneath a black cowl and a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. You awaken and find your malaise broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you see no signs of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tick. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Theoden and Kalisha lie bloody in the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Vale may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. Hey, and we gained a level.
I'm no pack mule. Let's offload this junk.
Alright, let's dump some of this shit in here. We're gonna keep one of those. Alright, let's level up. That's not the right button to level up. That is. Okay, so the first thing is we get 6 points in a skill. You can raise each one once, and it gives you a point. You raise it again, and it costs 2. So we're going to take 2 points of stealth, point of lore, point of mechanics, and a point of survival. I already know what I want here, and that is 2 weapon style. It gives a 20% boost to dual attack speed. Because we're going to be a fucking blender.
Keeping an eye out.
So we're going to do this little section because I think that this is pretty short, and then we're going to break the video then. The fuck? That is a man on a rack. And is now gone.
A blade in the dark.
In fact, we're going to go fast through here because I'm pretty sure that there's no more encounters. This massive structure is formed of stone, audra, and copper, and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with a strange energy. Unusual energy, whatever. Unusual, strange, all the fucking same. We are picking up all of the ingredients everywhere. Alright, and so that is this whole section. And now we are moving on to Valenwood. Alright, we've arrived in Valenwood. We're going to break the video here, and I'll be right back.